Great. All right, that's just thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate this. You know, it means a lot that you guys put in this much work to put bald right there. Yeah, no, not mauled, just bald, okay? Not mauled. Let me go over here. I want to show you guys this. This is incredible. Blizzard has actually put on, they put in a lot of work to this. Look at this. This is all a WoW Classic information. I'm scrolling all the way down here so you guys can see. Look at all that. Look at all that, dude. 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 Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. So we have, what is WoW Classic? World of Warcraft Classic is an experience that will cause you to lose both your job, your loved ones, and your girlfriend. You also will no longer care about money or anything else outside of the game, and gold will be the primary value of investment, and your favorite day of the week will now be Tuesday. Okay, so that's great. And it's been restored to realize a truly authentic experience. Now we have the old model there. That's the original map, the map in the way that it should have been. And minimum requirements, obviously a bunch of shit. Basically, if you have a Game Boy, you can play this. Let's see here. Obviously, you need a NVIDIA GeForce 1080 Ti in order to run Classic WoW. Getting started, open a Battle.net launcher, realm types, normal PP, and RP. They actually are adding RP PvP servers, which is something I wasn't really expecting. That's good, though. I'm glad they're doing that. Creating your characters, and this, they show you, like, basically which characters can be what, which races can be what. That's good. Each race has specific abilities that will have a big impact on your gameplay, so choose wisely. You'll be able to create a maximum of 10 characters per WoW Classic realm. Starting locations, that's just all the basic-ass bullshit. I want to make sure they don't have any gear here that's not... Let's see. Okay, all of those are vanilla WoW pieces of gear. That's good. And so are those. Okay, that's good. This actually is correct. Good. Let me go all the way down here. Each race begins in a specific region in Azeroth. So they're actually putting this out here for, like, people that are completely new to the game, because at least it seems to me like that's what they're doing, right? Because you look at this kind of stuff. I mean, this is kind of a almost like a new player's guide. So that's really great to see. Characters in World of Warcraft Classic earn new abilities as they level, based on their class. You'll have to train these abilities as you acquire them, visiting class trainers located in the capital cities. At level 10, you'll gain access to class talents. It's crazy to me that they're actually doing this. Because I haven't really thought about it, but it has been that long. It's been a long fucking time since this has happened, so I guess that does make sense. Available weapon skills. Oh boy. Resources. Some classes require resources to cast specific spells or use certain abilities, like blinding powder and everything, right? Tip, buffs don't come cheap, so if you want to get a pocket healer to join you on your next adventure, you may just want to buy them a few supplies, out of the goodness of your heart, of course. Yeah, maybe. In WoW Classic, there are 9 primary professions, okay? Tip, even a healing class can benefit from learning first aid. That's actually a very big tip. Transportation, you can befriend a mage or two to get a quick portal to key locations. If you do get a mage to use their talents on your behalf, it's a nice gesture to give them a tip. Alternatively, you can get summoned by a warlock to another location. You need to group up or be either with the mage or the warlock first. Okay. Grouping up and looting. Look at this right here. They're showing all the loot systems. They're showing people master loot. The true best loot system here. The party leader determines who gets the loot. Alright. Alright, there it is. Make sure you establish loot roles in your group before getting too far into your adventure. If there's a specific item you want or need, you'll want to understand how the group plans to handle distributing that item. Yeah. Yeah, you will. We've got Molten Core right there. Holy shit, look at that. Fighting Ragnaros. Obviously, it's a 5-man raid. It's not really that hard anymore. Same with Stratholme. That does look pretty fucking badass. Okay, where's the rest of these? All right, we'll look at the end of this and see what they say. With the launch of WoW Classic, you'll be able to take part in some of the dungeons and raids that define the game at its earliest days. That said, you'll need a few friends to join you at first. The Looking for Group channel /join Looking for Group is a great resource for finding players to group up with. If you want to summon them to your location, you'll need to add a warlock to your group. Otherwise, you'll need to wait for them to make their way to you. If you travel to the entrance of a dungeon or raid, you can hover your mouse over the meeting stone and see the name of the dungeon and its level range. While soul-burned items are generally not tradable among players, there's a 2-hour window from the time that an item drops from a raid boss where you can trade it to another player in your raid group, provided that they were present when the item was acquired. This is just the start of your new adventure, and there's a lot more to learn as you rediscover Azeroth. We wish you the best of luck. May your blade never dull. Well, there we go. Well, there we fucking go, boys. I'm glad that they did this. I really am. I mean, this is a... Okay. Okay, and I can't log in. Mythic Dungeon. Oh, wow, they put this out too. Oh my god. Okay, just give me a second here. Wait. How much money is this? Oh, this is a prize pool for the MDI? Okay, let me look at the prize pool for the MDI. Let's take a look and see, let's see the fat stacks that they're going to be taking home from this. Summer season. We're halfway there. Okay. Season changes. Season of new affixes. BFA Season 3. Beguiling. Okay. Tournament placement. First place, you get 210 points. And you win $6,000. 6,000. So, if you take 6,000 and you divide it by 5, that's $1,200. So you take $1,200 and you cut it in half, because that's basically what your taxes are going to be, including prize winnings. Maybe a little bit less than that. You're coming home with a McDonald's cashier's check. Woohoo! Wow! Great! Yo, so remember, whenever somebody wins MDI, just ask them if you can get fries with that, okay? Because it's basically the same thing. This is insane. Like, Blizzard, give me a fucking break. Are you fucking serious? But that's if you win. That's it's cup, not MDI. They need to put in more money for this, man. Like, here's what I think Blizzard should do. In the interest of the players, Blizzard should integrate. Blizzard should introduce sponsors for these different events. The sponsors will pay a lot of money to be on the events, and then they can take that money and put it into the prize pools. There is no law, there is no 10 Commandments rule that says that these events can't be sponsored. Why would they not sponsor them? Here's what they're doing with money. They're taking a dollar bill. I don't have a dollar bill. Please donate. Okay, I don't have a dollar. It's over. It's out of reach. I'm not going to go. But let's say, like, you have a dollar bill, and then you light it on fire. And then you don't have the dollar bill anymore because you lit it on fire. It's gone. So, you're taking the money, and you're wasting your money. You're wasting your money. Like, I mean, all they have to do is just get sponsors in here. It's so fucking easy. Just get the sponsors. Let me see if I can log back on here, if this is going to be back on. Check Dota 2 International Prize Pool. It's funded by the players. Well, that's the thing, is I'm not really sure, like, when are they going to tell everybody how much money they've made with those toys? Because we've been waiting to see that for a while. Because they added the toys into the store in order to fund the MDI and the arena tournaments. And I want to know how much money that's going to be. Because let's say, all right, let's do some maths here, all right? Let's do numbers. Brain magic. Okay, so the toys are $10. So obviously 25% of the $10 would be $2.50. So let's assume that how many people probably bought the toys? Let's say 100,000 people bought the toys. Maybe, you know what? Let's go with 200,000 people. So 200,000 people, that is 200,000, 250, that's $500,000. So, let's say, so $500,000 that they can put towards this. And $500,000, you split that in half. You just cut it straight in half. Like half for the arena term, half for the arena team, half for the MDI. So then you have $250,000. If you just simply take the 250,000 people, Bobby takes half. No, Bobby takes 75%. And I'm talking about the 25% because $10 is going to be 2.5, right? So you multiply that by 200,000, that's going to be 500,000. Then you divide that in two. It's obviously it's a quarter of a mil. And then you're going to kind of distribute that between the players. If they did that and they sold, let's say, 200,000 units, and they had it the exact same way, right? And they'd obviously have like certain other charges too. So that's like also profit. So what they're talking about is like money that they make. Whenever they sell it for $10, they might not necessarily be saying that the entire $10 of the sale price is going to completely go, and 25% of that is going to go towards the payment. They could also be saying that 25% of the profit that they're able to make is going towards the payment. So that would actually be like more like $8 or something like that. So yeah, servers are up. I'll try to log on again. The point that I'm making is that would actually make the tournaments viable. That would make they're not available. They would make the tournaments viable alternatives for people and allow people to invest more time into the events. Mythic Plus, Blizzard doesn't know what they're doing with Mythic Plus. They don't know what they're doing with Mythic Plus. They don't know what they're doing with Arena. They don't know what they're doing, period. They don't. I'm sorry, but Blizzard is listening to top 50 players, and they're killing the game because of it. They're listening to people that want to have they don't want to have gear in PvP. They listen to those people in Legion. Where did that take us? Into the fucking ground. It sucks. Now, finally, 8.2 comes out. Blizzard finally decides, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't listen to the top 0.001% of the player base in competitive activities and develop the entire game around their needs and wants. The issue is that the Mythic Plus gear is boring. Here's what they can do. Quick fix. Add a secondary, you know how you can get items that are like Warforged, Time Warped, and everything like that? Add another affix like Benthic gear, call it Beguiling. Make all the trinkets and weapon beguiling items, and some of the armor pieces as well. Give them additional affixes that work in Mythic Plus that allow you to build a piece of gear set around that. That's simple. Beguiling, yeah, and Mythic mode isn't boring, what? Nobody does Mythic mode. Nobody cares. Like, it's... Now more people are doing it, but that's what I think they should do. PvP only gear. More RNG? No, it would not be more RNG. It would be each season, they should use the affix of the, of the seasonal affix in order to inspire them to create gear that works that way. Mythic dungeons are boring as fuck. They're not that exciting. Okay, let me just say that, alright? I don't know why this isn't working. I have no fucking idea why it's not working. It's still bugged out, I guess. It's kind of annoying, but there it is. Have you ever considered working for Blizzard on WoW? No, not really. I'd rather stream, honestly. Go back to BC gearing. I think gearing in Burning Crusade was the best state that gearing has been in a long time. Personally. Now, obviously, everybody has a different opinion on this kind of stuff, but to me, obviously, I think that it is the best way, right? Burning Crusade gearing was superior, and I'd like to see them stick out with that. That's pretty much what I would prefer to see. Okay, so that's pretty much how I look at it. Stop trying to make an MMORPG an esport. Well, the thing is, like, you can make that. What they need to do is they just need to make specific rules for the esport version of the game. It's not complicated. You just make certain rules just for the esport version of the game, and then it's not going to be a problem. You don't have to change the entire game to reinforce that. I want an RBG tournament. Well, the thing is, like, an RBG tournament would be much more exciting for players than watching another arena tournament. Arena tournaments are boring. Like, that's really all there is to it. They're just boring. It's only accessible by other high-end players. Most other people don't understand it. The meta of the game of just killing the other team is boring. There's no secondary objectives that more casual players can keep track of. And so it's very hard for anybody to really get into it. So the test tab is new? Yeah, there is a test tab. Blomo, right there. RP PvP, I'm not sure if I can get on that. RBGs are boring. RBGs can be boring, but I'm pretty sure RBGs are just as boring as arenas are. So here's the way I look at it, right? Current day WoW Arena is literally PvE content for PvPers. No, it's not. But anyway, here's why like some games, they have like a certain level of accessibility to like outside players. It's like if I'm watching a capture the flag game, I know basically what the win condition is, even without having any knowledge of the game. And that is a window inside of, okay, this is the way the game works, right? And I can see the flag moving back and forth. The only real correlation you can have to WoW PvP is that you're just seeing health bars going up and down. That's basically it. And you know that if somebody dies, it's over. There's never any turnarounds, really, unless you're counting people that are using CDs and, you know, not dying. Like, there's never a time where there's like a 2v3 and the 2v3 team wins, right? The team with 2 wins. It almost never happens. In RBGs, you have a lot more... The issue also with RBGs is you also have a lot more, like, problem with, like, kind of steamrolling and, you know, I guess, like, just, like, snowballing, basically. And I think that is a big issue that RBGs have. But I think that they should focus more on doing other types of PvP content that have secondary objectives besides just team deathmatch, because I think it's more understandable for a viewer. That's really all I'm trying to say.